Okay, so, hey YouTube, what's up? Rouse here. My voice is ridiculously high right now, and I'm not very happy about it. So, it's 6:37 on Saturday morning, and this testosterone has given me way too much energy. Like, I mean, I've always had a problem with insomnia since I was a little kid, and insomnia is kicking my ass. I am going on 3 days now without sleep. Well, not completely without sleep. I took a 1 hour nap yesterday afternoon, and the day before I took a 1 hour nap. So, but other than that, I've been up, for 3 days now. So, that's kicking my ass. I want to talk about something that I'm seeing a lot in the community on YouTube and stuff, and that's that a lot of trans people are going through a much harder time than I am because they live in small hick towns, are what they call them, and it made me realize, now, I'm born and raised in Miami, and I've always lived in the cities, and I mean, like, huge, like, Miami, Florida. I mean, like, doesn't get better than Miami, Some people beg to differ, but, yeah, I've always grown up with the city life, and with nightclubs all around me, and but I lived in a, like, my neighborhood was like Mayberry. I mean, all the neighbors knew each other and everything, and it was a very safe neighborhood when I was growing up. But just outside of our neighborhood was this nightlife and this city and this availability of anything you wanted, there were, Walmarts every couple miles, and not Walmart, but, like, I mean, if you go there now, there's Walmarts everywhere, and there's, 3 gas stations on every corner. I mean, it's like, there's just anything you need. They have it in Miami, so. I've always said that I'm so grateful to be able to say that I'm born and raised in Miami, Florida. To say that that's where I was born and raised. Like, I've always been the first one to brag about it. Like, I love the fact that I grew up in Miami. I love that I was exposed to that life, to just everything. I love that, I love Miami so much. My whole lower leg is going to be themed Miami. It's going to be tattoos, and it's going to be all covered, and it's going to be themed Miami. I love Miami, with a passion. I love where I'm from, 305 till I die, all that stuff, so, and now I'm here in Orlando, another big city, and I see how hard it is for you guys who are going through your transitions, being in a small town, not being able to have doctors around and stuff like that. And I did live in Indiana, in Lafayette, Indiana, and in Crawfordsville, Indiana, for 6 months last year, and that was hell. That was hell. Like, coming from Miami, oh my God, literally, every other word out of my mouth was something about Miami. Like, I missed Miami so much, and I couldn't take it up there. And there was only one trans-friendly doctor in all of Indiana. Like, when I did the research, it came up with only one, and he was in Indianapolis. So, I knew I had to get out of there. So, anyway, I really wanted to say how shocking it is for me now to realize that I not necessarily, I've always showed my appreciation for being born and raised in Miami, but I don't think I've ever really felt, I don't know, like, I never realized how truly blessed I am to have been born and raised in Miami, Florida, or any city. at that. I've never really realized how much easier I have it. I grew up in a very diverse community. The school systems were very diverse. I grew up around Hispanic culture and Jamaican culture, and my stepdad is Bahamian, and I grew up primarily around Bahamian culture. Going to the Bahamas, to our house in the Bahamas every summer and every holiday and all that stuff. And I mean, I was half raised in the Bahamas, so I never really thought about how truly, I don't know, like, I can't think of the right word to say, like, how I never realized how good I had of it, how blessed I am to have been brought up like this. And I look at you guys on YouTube, and you're going through tough times because you can't get doctors, or you can't come out to anybody because it's such a closed-minded hick town, or there's no community whatsoever there, and you have nobody to hang out with and nobody to be yourself around. And just I couldn't imagine that. I could not imagine that. I mean, when I was in Miami, the reason I came up here to Orlando is because when I was in Miami, there was absolutely no trans community that I could find. I knew one trans person, one, and I knew of one more, but I only knew one, and that's Luke, who works at a nonprofit that I volunteer at called the Yes Institute. But it's not like Luke and I ever hang out, we never hung out or anything like that. He's just a trans guy that I knew that gave me advice and stuff like that before I discovered YouTube. So I came up here, but I mean, at least in Miami, even though there wasn't a trans community, there was still the GLBT community, or the gay and lesbian community. And it was really strong, and I just hung around a bunch of lesbians all the time, so I didn't care. But I never really realized how grateful I really have it. And I just wanted to touch on that. I want to know, for those of you that are living in the small towns, how does that make you feel? Like, it's just a question. You don't have to, go into a lot of detail. You don't have to say anything you don't want to say. But I really want to know what it's like, how hard it is. I want to be able to, I don't know. I just want to understand it better. I want to know what you're going through. I truly admire each and every YouTuber who gets out on these cameras and tells their story just to help somebody else, or document it, or just to educate. You guys inspire me so much. Guys and gals, you all inspire me so much, and I'm truly grateful for a community like you guys. You're amazing. And for those of you that do live in small towns and you can't come out or you can't talk about it, you guys, you have the community on here, and my information, if you're watching my video, you can get my information off my page. So feel free to do that. I can't imagine what it's like to be in your shoes. And just know, if you're ever in the Orlando area, I'm homeless right now, but I'll find you somewhere to stay. Like, I got friends, but I should be getting, well, I'll make another video about that in a minute, but yeah, that should change. The whole homeless thing should change soon. I've been taken in by 2 wonderful women, and been staying here for about a month and a half, and hopefully that's gonna change soon. So I'll talk about that in another video. But yeah, if you guys ever are in the Orlando area, for those of you in small towns or even big gay meccas, if you're in the Orlando area, please hit me up, because we need to get this community stronger. Let's not make it just an internet-based community. Why not have, like they have the different conferences and stuff throughout the year and stuff like that. I just actually filled out my scholarship application for the SCC this year in October, so we'll see if I can get that scholarship. But yeah, definitely, like, I really want to see the community grow closer to each other. We need each other. We're all each other has, you know? So, yeah. That's pretty much it. So let me know what you guys think. Let me know what it's like for you in a small town to go through what you're going through, what we're all going through, and even for you guys in the big town. Do you realize how truly grateful you are? Because I didn't until now. So thanks to those of you in the small towns who brought light to my eyes. Everybody take care.